What's up, folks? I'm Maud, by the way. So today I'm going to be kind of redeeming myself a little bit because it was about a year ago, I think, almost a year exactly ago, because I did it on my birthday. That's the only reason that I remember it. Not that I'm self-centered or anything like that, it's just a good landmark, I guess. It's actually one of my more viewed videos, but I did try initially as a non-landscape painter and a non-painter and a digital artist to kind of emulate oils via a Bob Ross tutorial on my digital canvas. So what I'm going to be doing today is basically the same thing. We're going to be watching through one of his videos, and I'm going to be trying to do that again. And basically, I've set things up so I think I'm gonna make things a little bit easier for myself. I've given myself a smaller canvas because the thing is, with the brush engines, it's like the bigger that you make the brush, at least on my laptop because it's not, very powerful, the bigger you make the brush, the slower and laggier that it gets, and that grates me too much to want to be able to use these like really cool brushes. I also downloaded more probably than I needed to, but here we are. I got some really cool ones, and let's see, this one, it's called Flat Thick Coloring Brush. It's also labeled in Japanese? Chinese? Something like that. And just look at, the blending, the solid color. It's really cool. I love the texture of it. So I'm excited to use that. Also, the other reason that I gave myself a small canvas is just because it's easier to work with a lot of the time to get coverage and stuff like that, and maybe paint a little bit faster. I'm still going to be pausing the video. Thankfully I have my mic attached this time. I tested everything and you can actually hear the audio from the video now, which was another thing that I didn't know how to do. I'm learning. And so I'm just, overall, I'm pretty stoked to get back into this. I also got this random paint marker. It's not like anything that I probably would use here, but look at that. Look at how cool that is. I think it takes basically variants of whatever two colors that you have up here in the little swatches. And I have already basically gotten a fairly definitive palette. Not really. Definitely didn't go as digging for hex codes as I did before. I just looked up these colors and their pigments. I did haven't watched through any parts of the video, except for the beginning, where he talks about his canvas a little bit, because they roll through all of the colors and I wrote them down and stuff like that. So I'm ready. And I learned that this palette thing exists in one of my character creation episodes, so I'm especially ready. I think I'm procrastinating trying to stop starting, so just get into it. Make sure I'm off of the random paint marker, as cool as it is. And yeah, I'm not a particularly painterly person, but these brushes make me feel so this is cheating, right? And I'm not the type of person, obviously, to be that an art supply would make you, cheaty. Nothing is cheating in art. Okay, let me rephrase that. All art is cheating. One second, let me get my cap. All art is cheating to a degree, I would say, almost, because it's how do I phrase this? In my experience, it's been what is the quickest shortcut that you can make to emulate life? And I think that Bob Ross is a huge proprietor of this, okay? Because if you look at the way that he uses his brushes, he goes fast. This isn't a new thing by any means, so if you use whatever supplies make it easier or more fun for you to create, so long as you're not, ripping off somebody else's art, nothing is cheating, and anything that is considered cheating in art is probably just the art itself, if that makes any sense. It just is. Because that's all art is it shortcuts to create something that looks fake enough to be real life. Okay, I probably went on a similar tangent about this before, didn't I? But regardless, I like this brush a lot. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, I'm super procrastinating now. So let's just start the video. And I think he starts with a gradient, so hold on. The only colors that I didn't put in my palette were black and white, because black and white in digital art, you're not going to be able to So, Bob.
Hi, welcome back. Certainly glad you could join us today, because I think today we'll do a painting that you'll certainly enjoy. But today I've taken, as you can plainly see on the bottom, I've put liquid black together. So there's just a graduation from solid black to solid white.
Okay.
And I think we'll just have some fun. And let's
Hold
just
on.
put in a happy little...
So yeah, the thing is about phthalo blue, phthalocyanine is like a stupid weird color. So I'm actually lighting this up a little bit because it's, if you look, when it's brought down by white like that, I'm gonna make this bigger. When it's brought down by white like that on a canvas, it just sort of like, it just turns like super bright. Did you just knock over my meds again? Listen, listen. Ugh. Misbehave elsewhere. I had this problem before though. It's much more up like here than it is there. But like all the references for phthalo blue pigment were down here because that's what it looks like before you blend it out. It's so weird. It is so like, it's insane on the eye. Because when you look at it, you're like, oh, you're dark blue. And then you pull it out and it's like, no, it's like a deep, like very rich sky blue. It's a green blue. And it just, rah. So, Bob?
Sky here. Just one that's a lot of fun. There. Very easily. There. And this truly is the lazy man's way to paint. We work with big brushes and fantastic colors, and we try to make painting as simple as possible, but yet to look like a real painting. All right, a little more of that.
It is a real painting, Bob. I was just talking about that.
Right in here. We'll just basic little cloud shapes.
Okay, how much better that is this time?
Something about like so. We'll just let our imagination take us wherever we want to go today. Just hold on. All right, I want to blend this out till it's very, very soft, very gentle.
Just gonna make like circle motions
here.
here.
Mentioned earlier, is very soft. Just make that little cloud a little stronger. All right.
Okay, so he's making
something
like a cloudscape up here. Like I knew he was making clouds, but it just doesn't.
And that's really with that liquid black on there and liquid white. That's really about all we need. Something about like that. You have to decide how far down it comes. Okay, let's wash a brush. That's the fun part. Little blender brush is not as much fun to wash as a big 2-inch brush.
Anyone seen that
It's not bad.
the documentary on Netflix yet? And, like, it's possible that his exposure really to all of that that turpentine is just.
I'll wash it too. All right, that's better. That's
probably the source of like why he got cancer later on in his life.
Now, let's take
bunch of other stuff too.
Brush. I'm gonna use number 3 to more blue, darken it up.
It's like a purpley colored. I might also take screen grabs here. 1 second, because my computer. I have 2 screens basically here, right? Because my I've got my my laptop and my screen tablet. My laptop is super desaturated for some reason. So yeah, if I bring this down here, it's an older video anyway, but I might actually just kind of come in and edit, copy, pop it in there, kind of that. Just a purpley color. That looks about right. Okay. Cool. Go away. I'll add this to my palette. I will add this. There we go.
Just a wee bit more. There, nice color. Maybe way back here in the background, maybe there lives just a happy little mountain. Let's see if that's dark enough to stand out. We just want it to stand out from the sky. It's far away. this to be a quiet, quiet little mountain. So again, this is number 3 fan brush, but you could use a number 6, whatever. It doesn't matter.
I'm using a
Just wanna
digital one,
highlight
Bob.
that a little, so it stands out.
I wonder how you would feel about the
See
advancements
how
of digital
easy
art.
it is? Gives an impression of a little mountain that's far, far away. I spent a lot of time in Japan.
Very.
In Japan, there's a lot of paintings of Mount Fuji that look similar to this. Of course, this doesn't look like Mount Fuji, but I mean painted this way. But I want this one to be so far away.
I'm trying
that
not to
you
go
can't see any detail.
yeah,
Just that there's a mountain that lives way back.
too far into this lower area here. I'm glad that I'm not even touching it yet because
Now then, let's have some. We don't need
it's a very
to put some dark
impressionist
color
version
first
coming
like
in
we
here.
normally we'd put dark color. So I'm just going to take a little bit of sap green, a little of the yellows, mix them together, and just mix them all together on the brush. That
And
way
that
you get layers
creates-
of color within the bristles. You couldn't do this intentionally if you tried.
I have an idea. So this paint marker, 1 second, does some random variants. Oh, maybe not. 1 second. Yeah, this paint marker does some random variants between these colors here. I wonder if I could maybe use that. I don't know if that would work. Sometimes it's really random, but I don't know, maybe. I'll try it.
Let the brush work. Okay, let's go up in here. And maybe right back here at the base of our mountain, we can begin to see just some little things that grow right up the side here. About like that. See there? Just to
The opacity
little
here.
too much. There. Just to flavor it. Just to flavor it. A little more color. It makes them look very soft, very muted. Creates wonderful effects. There.
Oh wow. I wasn't even looking at Bob.
Hills and valleys, little plains, meadows, anything that you want back here. Your world, you
How?
can create any illusion that makes you happy. There we go. Put just the least little touch of paint there. Because that's very simple to do, and it makes your
Being so
painting
silent.
special. Something about like so. The paintbrush. There's a fan. Let's take some midnight black. Prussian blue. Prussian blue is much stronger. Maybe a little Van Dyke, a little crimson, a little sap green. All the dark colors,
So,
basically.
a
Just
dark
mix them together. Like that. But it
dark
should look very
grayish
dark, almost
brown.
black. You put a little white with it, you'll see it has a blue base, but it should look black on the palette. Let's take our fan brush, load it full of color, both sides. Maybe back here in our world, there's a little stand of trees live right in here. This is a very, very easy way of making the indication of a lot of trees. Lay there, and then it'll make it looks like individual little trees. They just hide back here somewhere. And they're not as distinct. So wait till your brush is almost out of paint, and then do those.
Don't need to do that, Bob.
Little rascals. Now we can go back. Let me find there's a clean brush. I want to lift upward, get sort of fit together. Back to my little brush that has our
This brush basically does the same
green
thing.
and all the yellows on it. Load a little more color. A little more color. And let's go right in here. Then you decide where the bottom of the stand of trees is, and you just sort of cut it off. Don't worry about what you're going to paint. Just start painting. Have a general idea in your mind. All you need to know is the time of day and the time of year. Big idea in your mind. Take off. Go. Do it. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna put a big tree right there. This is your bravery test. I like big trees. A lot
You
of
like
painting
big trees and you can't
Love
buy,
it.
Bob?
Let's go do a little push-up tree today where we push the little branches upward. In some parts of the country, evergreens grow with branches that, as I've mentioned over and over on
This
show,
looks much better than the trees that I did before, I can tell you that.
each and every one of us will see nature through different eyes. And that's what you are to paint, is what you see and the way you see it. That is a big tree. I'll tell you what, let me mix up a little more paint. I think he needs a friend. You know me, I think
Of course he needs a friend.
needs a friend. Same colors again. I don't want that old tree to get lonely. Let's give him a little friend that lives right here. All right, now we can go right along here.
Well,
And let's just
redden this up a little bit.
highlights. Let's do the tree that's, I think that tree's in the background. So we'll do it first. Then we'll come back and just drop them in. Drop them in. Don't kill all the dark.
I'm being so silent, I don't know what to say. I just want to listen.
Just, you don't want to stop. Let's take a little bit of this green color.
Switching brushes.
And, oh, I
See,
know.
this doesn't need
I know. I
be
see
good
it.
for me.
I see
Ah,
it.
there we
Take a
go.
little brown. Excuse me, I get excited. I see things happening in here. Take a little brown, a little black, mix it together, a little white.
That works a little bit better for that kind of canvasy
Alright.
texture there.
We said there could be a river there. I think in my world today, I'm gonna have a little, maybe a little path. Just goes right back through there. We just take me. See? There it is.
Master of depth,
And
Bob
maybe
Ross.
we'll put a little liquid white on it,
Master.
brighten the color and thin it at the same time. The liquid white will brighten the color. See? A little bit brighter. Now just using the corner of the brush.
Oh, that seems lighter, doesn't it?
My son Steve, well, he's a dynamite painter, and he's so young and he gets so excited over this. It's nice to see young people get excited over something like this. Makes a very nice effect. Let's go back to our little fan
I am
brush
actually
where we
getting a
make the
fairly similar effect here,
Maybe
too,
this
with
old
the
path
lower
just
opacity.
sneaks right around here. There it comes. There it comes. See there? You can have it just go anywhere you want.
See,
But that's just a great color on top.
oh
so
my god,
it
wait,
shows. And you
wait,
can
yours
zoom
kind
in.
of cuts in, I didn't even notice, wait. Crap. See, this is so big, much bigger than I thought it would be. I'm losing myself in this, really. I'm not usually, like I said, I think the first time that I did this, I'm not much of a viewer of Bob Ross on the regular. I think I watched him once or twice when I was a kid and did find him initially. I was like, why would I want to watch that? That's boring. And then I kind of got sucked into it. And some of that other color from the background. I am not following any strict color guidelines this time for myself. I don't think that I can be able to do it. Sure. And then that kind of black, kind of. There. Like I said, no cheating, just, using what resources you have. Okay. That looks okay, actually. Like, very loose, but okay. I really like kind of impressionist paintings like this, so it vibes with my style,
Yeah,
so I'm
like
cool with
that
it.
to make it look like it's recessed or any way you want to. Absolutely any way that you want to. Now maybe over here on this side we need something. Let's have another tree or two. Okay, just give it a little upward push. Something about like
Where's
so.
your friend?
Just decide where the little tree lives. Drop it in. Drop it in. There we go. Now you can make any kind of tree you want. Maybe you want a tree maybe you want a maple tree here. That's okay. You decide. You decide.
It's the asymmetry sometimes that just kind of gets naturally in his trees that gets me.
Oh, right over my little mountain. We have some falls. At least a few. That tree reminds me, it's my little squirrel pea pod that you've seen so many times. That'd be a perfect place for him to live. Black, maybe a little Van Dyke brown in it.
Did he already go
Thin it
in?
down with paint thinner.
Shade over the trees. Wait.
Make it very, very thin. Just put paint thinner in it.
Wait, Bob.
And
Ah.
we'll make some big stones. Then we'll
Wait.
take some white and mix
Wait.
in a little bit of that. So we have two different values. You
Wait,
can put
what?
The same basic color, only one of them has white in it. Stones that live out here. You decide. You decide where they live. Shoot, maybe right here at the base of this old tree, there's a stone or two. And you can put these things anywhere you want. Just like it.
You can't really do that, Bob.
It's a neat way to make a stone. And you can make the highlight and the shadow all in one stroke. It's that easy. You can do it. Put a little highlight on it.
Are you almost done?
Easy. You pull that tree right here into the foreground. Shoot, I think we about have a finished painting. This liquid black is wonderful. I hope you try it. And if you have time, take a photograph of your work, send it to us. We'd love to see what you're doing. We'll sign this one and call it done.
Oh, you're done. Okay, fantastic. Let me see if I can.
With that, we have a finished painting. And from all of us here, I'd like to wish you happy painting. And God bless, my friend.
That was cute. Okay, so the stream is definitely not very streamy here, is it? I wound up with what looks like a very like impressionist painting, which again isn't bad. It's just like not any blue to the stream either, which I guess makes sense. Kind of going through with that black. This time I feel like I went too far back. Like I didn't actually, I made things a little too small because last time when I started, I thought that we were much further along than we were, and this time, it's the opposite. So I sure. I'll fix some of these clouds too. One second. Where is Schwa? Yeah, let's look at that. Whoa. Very, very opaque. Hold on. This one I'm definitely much more proud of, and I feel like I did it definitely a lot faster. Just kind of add in extra bits and bobs here to make it look nice ish. The thing is that it's just so. Oh, that's random. Whoops. What's this one? Forget. Ooh, that's nice. Oh, I like that. That's pretty. Because he's just so fast. So goddamn fast. It's like I look down and I'm kind of just like listening to his voice, and then I look up and he's like somehow created half the painting already. So and obviously I could take my time, but look at that. That is cute. I do like that though. Hold on. Look at that little landscape. I am weirdly proud of that. That is so funny. One second, let me see if I can find the old one. So this one I made about a year ago, and I was definitely way more overwhelmed. There. This one. You see, this one is a lot muddier. It almost looks like it's at nighttime. The trees don't look bad. But I like this one a lot more. Like, just look at the colors and stuff like that. I love the... Oh my god, let me see that final result again. Probably looks so different. These mountains are definitely not visible enough. It's so cute though! Okay, I actually really like this one. What the heck? Should I sign it in red like Bob does? Watermark it because it's not really my piece. I mean, it is and it isn't, right? I really like that. That's so fun. It's like, I mean, it's a little boring. And it's definitely not as like, oh man, he put his tree so much further up than I need to go in. Everything is just so much like closer in his, because I was so afraid to go like too far forward to start, because the last time that I tried this, you can tell, I don't know if you can tell, there were supposed to be like mountains and stuff back here and like an inlay and all that, and it just looks so like, so I like this one a lot more. That's so cute! I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't fully paying attention to what I was painting. It's hard to divide my attention like that, so I'm happy with it. I got a little bit too much like open space here. What if I put a baby tree? Let's embrace what Bob told us and just put a baby tree here. Or bush. Hold on. I'm honestly overwhelmed. That was cute. Freaking... He's already such a sweetheart, Bob Ross, right? That's why his videos get so popular, but... You just want to listen to him. It's so hard to make any commentary over, you know, what... That does not look good. I have failed you, Bob, to take away that baby tree. Little bush here. Bushy friend. Hold on. Just sort of. Bushes are like clusters of circle leaves. There. That looks acceptable. Bush. just hanging out. Go here and just blend this out a little bit more, this rock. The canvas texture on that brush isn't my favorite. There. Cute! I made it a bit more unique, you know? Definitely didn't get all the shadows in there that he had. 1 second. Just sorta there. Even though I haven't done landscapes in a year, I would say that that's definitely an improvement. You know, I've been thinking about this for a few days. I am a few days late in terms of recording, and I'm sure this video is going to be late up because I got my flu shot and my booster at the same time. So I was out of it for like 3 to 4 days. So I feel better now, and I'm very happy that I got it when I did, because I'm pretty sure that things are going to get a little bit wild. Regardless, I'm actually happy with this. That's a surprise. 1 year later, and I got something I'm a little bit more happy with. I think the thing is obviously the restrictions that I put on myself for the initial one. I was kind of trying very hard to imitate the exact style, and in this, I gave myself, let me do this, I gave myself a little bit more leeway. Try 22. Tray. Oops. But, yeah, it's nothing special, obviously. It just kind of looks like a rough for maybe like a background that I would fully paint later. But at the same time, I mean, what, it was 25 minutes, and this is basically a full piece, you know? Kinda, not really. But it's something. I like this. This is fun. These brushes are so much fun. You know, as I'm not usually very a painterly person, but I have been making a lot of different, like, not different. I have been inspired to make some different pieces lately, just because of these brushes, honestly. I did, like, a portrait the other day, and I just don't know what else to say. But at that, I think that I'm gonna leave this relative success the rest of the way here, and I will see y'all next time. Maybe next year. Who knows?